Hello, everybody. My name is Martin Jaimes, and I'm here to give a presentation on run-on sentences. Run-on sentences have been one of the grammatical mechanisms that I have struggled with probably since high school. I continue to struggle with them. However, having taken that quiz a couple weeks ago has helped me identify it, and I'm able to work on it, and here I am to teach you how to fix that. This slide is my agenda. I will provide you with a definition that gives the two examples of run-on sentences and how it could be fixed. I've also provided a visual aid depicting errors and corrections for run-on sentences, as well as my personal struggles with run-on sentences and how far they date back. I'll explain how I've struggled with them and how I plan on fixing it. And I've also thrown in a reference page to demonstrate where I've gotten my visual aid from. The definition of run-on sentences as seen on the screen. Run-on sentences contain two or more complete ideas that have been joined incorrectly, and the two types of run-on sentences are here below: focused sentences and comma splices. Um, Next slide here, I'll go ahead and explain the two types of run-on sentences: focused sentences and comma splices. On the first row we have the defined categories with run-on sentences. Second column will have the error. Third column will have the correction. So for focused sentences, I went ahead and added the incorrect method of a focused sentence. So here we have: George liked to study mathematics. He felt that English was too time consuming. So here we have two complete ideas. Um, in a focused sentence, the way you would fix that would be with a period, because you could essentially make both of these ideas could stand alone as a sentence. So the correction, we have George liked to study mathematics, period, one complete idea. He felt that English was too time consuming, period. As you can see, the period makes both of these ideas stand alone as by themselves, due to the fact that there is enough for them to be a complete sentence by themselves. Um, for the comma splice, we have George liked to study mathematics, comma, he felt that English was too time consuming. For this run-on sentence, it can be fixed by adding basically a phrase that will conjoin these two ideas. Under the correction uh, column here, we have George liked to study mathematics, comma. On the other hand, comma, he felt that English was too time consuming. As you can see, there's been a comma added along with the phrase "on the other hand" that allows this sentence to not be a run-on sentence, but a complete idea that distinguishes the two ideas. So my personal struggle with run-on sentences, as it says here, my undergraduate days, just because I feel like that's when it was tackled more on a bigger scale, since it was college. But they do date back to high school. I know I've noticed that my constant struggle probably has to do with the fact that English is my second language. Although I like to think that I'm proficient at English now, um, I still struggle with the run-on sentences, and usually it has to do with me talking out my papers. So when I'm typing it out, I tend to speak it and then write it. And since I can't technically speak out a comma or periods, those have to be added as rules, then I think that's where my problem stems from. However, I have taken this class will help me remember the mechanisms and be able to uh, add the commas or the periods, and identify run-on sentences when proofreading. I think it's just a matter of memory and understanding the mechanism that's going to allow me to fix this. Here's my reference page. This is where I got the visual aids from. Really helped me out. But other than that, this concludes my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for listening.